You guys, I have a confession to make. I actually like my music now. Even if it's redundant, even if I still get sick of it, even if you hate it, I'm not looking to please you. I just want to please God, and if I could please myself, well, that would be something cool I could do. I mean, I spent my life displeasing myself. I spent my life hating myself. And not because I was really bad. I mean, I've done a lot of bad things. I was fit to be had for a while. It's called my 20s. It seems like everybody is perpetually stuck in their 20s. That's what social media has done to society, you guys. And I've done whatever I possibly can to avoid the things that I want to avoid. And so I call bullshit. Oh, you know I call bullshit whenever people are like, oh, but we have to do it. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. You tell yourself you do. Because you won't question the legitimacy of society and the stupid decisions that they make that they're not even really making. It's your free will that they're taking. Convincing you gotta do this. Convincing you can't say that. Convincing you. Well, I shouldn't have worn that at a costume party. If you're apologizing for wearing a costume at a costume party, you should just kill yourself. And don't apologize for that because nobody will care. Okay? And I'm not saying go out of your way to be offensive. You really don't have to try. People just want to cry about stuff that don't. War and tears, but what does? What does actually warrants saline? They'll call you crazy. Remember when Kanye West was crying about almost aborting his daughter? Remember that shit? That's when they said he should be committed. They don't care about all this other crazy shit that he says and does. It's just like whenever it goes against their fucking agenda. Well, you know it's going to be a problem because he probably knows about Planned Parenthood. Right. And how many black women take birth control from Planned Parenthood? It's embarrassing, isn't it? I'd be embarrassed if I were black. Like actually black, not just black on the inside, but I mean, I'm embarrassed to be white. Look at all these white people. I know that their decisions are my decisions, but still, by proxy, man, by proxy, that's how the world looks at you. Because people have the groupthink and they got the groupfeel. So that's why it is racist to assume that because you're a particular race, you're going to do particular things. You know? So people aren't judging you based off of your character, your personality, and your individual experience. They're they're making all these presumptions about you based off of like what they think, lumping you in the same category as all these other people, and they're usually not good people. Okay, like racism. It's not racist to like have some sort of positive prejudice. It's not racist to say like positive things about people, you know? Like, I think the only positive stereotype is that Asians are smart. Okay? Asians are smart. I mean, black people have big dicks, right? Those are like, yeah, the only two, like, positive prejudice. But yeah. Is that wrong too? Is that wrong to assume good things about people based off of their race? So is it just only assuming bad things that's wrong? Let me know in the comments section. No, but you get what I'm getting at, right? It's just kind of retarded. Everything in our society, I know I say the word society a lot. I'm realizing that more and more. If you took a drink every time I said the word society, you'd probably be in the hospital within an hour, because I just constantly bitch about society. Yeah. I don't even know what I was talking about. I already forgot, you guys. Gotta switch lanes though. Success. Okay. Positive prejudice. Like if you like ask an Asian dude, like, hey, can you solve this math problem for me? Like if you went up to a random Asian person and asked them to do math, I think that would be a racist thing. But would it be mean? No, it wouldn't be mean, but people would still be mad about it though. Don't get mad about anything, dude. I mean, generally, Amy, it's not a good thing to assume anything at all, you know, based off of a person's identity. So it doesn't have to be race or gender or whatever, but, I mean, that's what the ism is, you know? So it's not just about hating people, it's about making assumptions about people. But you love how we're having this, like, intellectual discussion with ourselves about race. The ism of race. Well, let's just say this. Racism is really tame now compared to what it used to be. So when I hear people complain about it now, it's just laughable. And I'm sure it's laughable to old-ass black people. I'm sure it's laughable to old-ass Japanese people and Indians. So, who else? Who else has been discriminated against in this country? I mean, poor white people are discriminated against too, you know, they get their kids taken away by the government, mainly because pedophiles are racist. They only want to fuck white kids. I don't know why that is, but they do. So, not to say that they don't, you know, mess with other kids, but it's mainly the white kids they want. So maybe there is something about just the aesthetics of being white that is superior, seemingly superior to certain people. It's all personal taste though. Yeah, it is personal taste, but there definitely seems to be that with the black community too. Like the more darker complected The darker your skin tone, the harder it is for you to find a partner, apparently. Like really dark black women have a problem. They're usually with white men. Well, there's some weird thing. I think it's like a fetish. People fetishize the idea of being with another race. Specifically, I think this thing with whites and blacks. Because, yeah, people race mix all the time, like different races, whatever. I don't give a fuck about that, by the way. That's your choice, okay? But, I can see things all the ways. I can see why people think it's wrong, but I can also see why it's personal taste, you know? But there definitely are people that would, you know, fuck somebody outside their race just out of spite, you know, like stupid white liberal women, you know? Dude, there was this not a state trooper, but a cop. There was a cop that just turned in front of me. I'm surprised he didn't notice that my tags are expired. Luckily, I'm going tomorrow. But he probably didn't want to pull you over in this cold ass weather, dude. That probably had more to do with it than him just not doing his job. Well, you know, I've heard people tell me, like, black comics and Hispanic comics in the comedy scene, they're all liberals, okay? That's why I don't take them seriously. Because, like, if you're liberal, like, I know because I used to be like that. I remember feeling guilty for being white for, like, no reason at all, you know? And I remember being lectured by another white person about it. Like, you don't need to feel guilty for shit. And I think that white people tend to do that anyway. Like the whole white guilt thing. I think I just felt guilty. I was like, I've always felt guilty. You should say that. That's funny, dude. You should say that on stage. Like, I already have guilt. I don't need it. I don't need it to be white too. That's why we go to confession. I wonder if my house is going to be torn apart because of those cats. They got to a fight this morning. It does comfort me that if I happen to kill myself, and I don't know why I would because I'm a Christian, but if I happen to kill myself, it comforts me that they would still have something to eat, okay? Yeah, that's true. They would have something to eat for like a few days. Man, I just found out that there's this other mic on Friday. It's a mic that I used to go to a lot, actually. It's at the Holistic Connection. It's a weed bar off Harding Place in Nashville. It was right up the street from this other mic that we used to go to on Friday at this coffee shop called Cafe Coco. But I don't think that coffee shop is even open anymore. If they are, they're definitely not gonna do that mic again. It surprised me that it went on as long as it did. Every single mic, I'm just shocked that it still exists. Because mics tend to come and go because, you know, the owners of the bar or the restaurant, like, don't want to put up with it for understandable reasons. And then, you know, people are already overly sensitive and stupid and drunk, you know, so fights happen. Probably shouldn't like be driving around Nashville anyway with expired tags. That's probably dumb. So maybe I was right to not go. Maybe that was an instinct thing. Sometimes, like, I'll make a decision and I'll feel guilty about it, But then later on, I'll realize, like, oh, this is why you made this decision. Like, this was supposed to happen. Like, I'll have this gut instinct to do something or not do something, but then I'll feel bad about it, and I'll beat myself up, like, oh, you should have done this, or you shouldn't have done that, you know, because, you know, I'm the devil, and I like to convince Amy of all kinds of things that aren't true to get her down so that she doesn't do what she's supposed to do on this earth. So I have to thwart her in every way possible. But then I usually figure out later, like, oh man, that would have been really bad if I had done the thing that I felt bad about not doing, or if I did the thing that I totally lost my train of thought. I think you know what I'm getting at, though. It's like I feel guilty about stuff. And I think it's just something that happens. And for me, I think that that's like, you know, the voices, like the schizophrenic voices. So I am just voicing these internalizations. I know what they are. I think schizophrenics, they come like from the outside, you know? It's them. They're projecting. You realize that when you smoke marijuana. You realize that. That's one of the cool things that I learned in regards to marijuana. Like, what it does is it helps you understand that all of the concerns that you have about the world are actually concerns within yourself. And you need to work on yourself. And then you won't be paranoid. And then you won't be super anxious. And so there's a lot. This is why I say that marijuana is natural medicine, and it helps us to understand ourselves more, and like opens up the pineal gland. So you'll understand why you have these issues. And I guess that's why I still believe in it, because it still continues to do that for me. But I could say that it's killing my motivation, but I mean, that's not true, because if that were true, I wouldn't be shooting this video. I'd just be like, you know, masturbating or something. But anyway, I really hope that Sophie didn't pee on my posters, because she did that. When she first got here, she fucking peed on one of my favorite posters. Art is the new sex. I just have to frame it so that people can't smell it. Okay. I don't smell piss, so that's good. See, such a sweet baby. She really is. She really is. Hey, Paisley. They tend to avoid each other, because if they don't avoid each other, they fight. They don't like to be in the same location. Sometimes they'll hang out, and then... Paisley! Did you kill my cat? If you kill my cat, I'm gonna kill you, just to let you know. She probably went out here. Paisley! They can sense each other, though. Cats can definitely sense, you know, the energy
So I can always tell if she's lurking about because of the way that she starts behaving. So they do that. When they can sense each other, suddenly they start acting really paranoid. You know, we're talking about paranoia, right? We got cats. Maybe that's another reason why I love cats so much, because we have the same level of paranoia and we're both skittish. Hey. Hey, are you gonna meow at me or are you mad? Oh no, see? Look at this. Look at this. Are y'all gonna duke it out or what? Hey. I don't know what happened today, and I don't want to know what happened today, okay? Y'all probably already forgot about it anyway.